Today on an all-new Dr. Phil.
Eden says that her brother Logan, a former tech wonder kid, is the king of laziness. He puts on socks, underwear, pants, and a shirt, and he doesn't change it for a month.
I shower once a month.
Hasn't been to the dentist since '08.
I brush my teeth once a week, maybe.
Who does that?
No one.
This guy,
He can't even tie his own shoes, so you got him Velcro shoes.
I did.
is in desperate need
Let's rebrand this guy. Let's give him a new look, a new feel, and his mom says, no, 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 no.
of help.
Either be mama's boy or be your own man. It's up to you. Let's do it.
Have a good show, everybody. Here we go.
This is a safe place to talk about hard things.
Stand by. We'll count you down.
Today's going to be a changing day in your life.
5, 4.
I am not giving up on you. Well, work smarter, not harder. That's generally the goal, right? But when does working smarter, not harder, turn into inertia? Well, Eden says that her brother Logan, a former tech wonder kid, is the king of laziness. He sleeps in the same clothing for up to a month. That's right, a month. So he's 3 steps ahead in the morning. Yet he rarely showers or brushes his teeth, never cleans his house, barely eats. And when it comes to letting the dog out, well, he installed an automatic sliding door so he doesn't have to bother to move.
My son Logan has become just a shell of himself.
He has absolutely no life skills.
Last year, Logan was laid off.
He doesn't eat and he doesn't sleep.
I was shocked when I saw how thin he was. He looked almost what I would consider anorexic. Logan is 6'3" and only weighs 150 pounds.
My pants, they fall down a lot more than they did, and I keep going down in size.
He sleeps on the couch with his dog by his side because it takes too much effort to go up the stairs to go to bed. Logan has a beautiful home. Unfortunately, he has no motivation to take care of it. Logan's house is covered with dog and cat hair. There were ants. I saw ant traps all over, and everything was it was dirty.
2 years ago, I went to visit Logan. None of the bathrooms in the home had toilet paper, hand soap, or towels.
Logan's pool is a disaster. It is like a green slime pit. Logan put an automatic sliding door in his house so the dog can let himself in and out of the house. Now that's broken too. He has a beautiful French door that is hanging off his hinges.
Logan was always lazy, but because he was successful, we didn't realize it.
It's even a struggle to get up, go into my office.
Logan has a really beautiful 72 Camaro. It was his pride and joy. It broke down and has never been repaired.
All of his friendships have fallen away.
When I look at these pictures, I think of a much happier young man than I see today.
Logan is at a dead end.
He believes that he had the American dream, and there's no reason to fight anymore. Dr. Phil always says people come to him as a last resort. Not me. He's my first resort.
Well, that's refreshing to hear. Eden says this isn't the first time that her mother has cleaned Logan's entire house and worries her brother has become accustomed to their mother always saving the day whenever he needs help.
My mom has enabled Logan his whole life.
I really was sort of 50s stay-at-home mom. My kids, they got everything they needed.
If Logan tells her that he can't take care of himself, she is on the next plane to his house.
When I saw Logan's house and how he was doing, I decided I need to get things in order. Logan grew up in a clean house. My motto was clean enough to be healthy and dirty enough to be happy, and that's what I want for him.
Logan's biggest dream would be that he is rich enough to never lift a finger. He would hire cooks, cleaners, people to bathe him, to feed him, to dress him, to clean his home. so he would never have to do any of it.
I lined up the maid, the gardener, even lined up a pool guy. And so, yes, I'm guilty.
My mom never put her foot down or said enough was enough. My mom wants her children to be a good representation of her.
I can't have him living in squalor because he doesn't care.
Well, okay. I think this is way past mom enabling. So
Thank you.
this has gotten to the point where he can't even tie his own shoes.
That's right.
So you got him Velcro shoes.
I did.
That's a little enabling. I got to go with you eating on that one. I got to give you that. But what do you think's going on here?
I don't really know. I almost feel like maybe there's a chemical imbalance or something. I'm not a psychiatrist or a doctor, but I'm concerned that there's something mentally not firing properly in his brain.
He's highly intelligent, right?
Very intelligent.
Okay, but he's living like a slug.
He really is.
Okay, I mean, he sleeps in the same clothes. He wears the same clothes for a month at a time.
I didn't know that until I heard his interview, but yes, I knew he slept in his clothes and that he does wear his clothes if nobody's coming.
Let's think about this for a second. He gets up one day, he puts on socks, underwear, pants, and a shirt, and he doesn't change it for a month.
Right.
Okay, who does that?
No one. He'll say to you, well, why do I have to be clean? It's not hurting anybody. I don't smell. There's nobody here to smell me if I did. Why do I don't have bugs on me? I literally am per se not somebody who's crawling with itches or anything like that. So he will argue the fact, what is the reason?
Let's look at his self-care regimen here. He showers one time every week or two. I guess he puts those clothes back on.
No.
No haircut in 3 years.
Right.
Wears the same outfit for weeks. Doesn't brush his hair. Smokes weed. Hasn't been to the dentist since 2008. This is 2020, so he hasn't been in 12 years.
He's afraid.
Brushes his teeth once a week.
If that.
He goes 3 days without sleep. He stays up playing video games or whatever. So he's a zombie.
He is. But I'm not here to see it, and neither is she. We're both out. She's hours away, and I'm thousands of miles away.
Okay, but this is beyond motivation. I mean, this is where he's not living, he's existing. He doesn't have any pride. He doesn't have any self-worth. He doesn't have any self-esteem. And you said he went from being a really productive computer science guy. I mean, he's smart, got a degree, really excelling, making 6 figures.
Exactly.
To just becoming a shell of himself. 18 months, he's just been on the couch. He says he sleeps in his clothes so he can save 3 steps. Well, he's not a fireman. What the hell is he saving 3 steps? What do you mean? 3 steps? What is it he's saving steps for?
Anything.
So he can get to laying on the couch sooner?
I know.
His dog looked depressed. No, seriously, I looked at his dog. His dog was looking at him like, can we please get off the couch?
The dog wants a walk, that's for sure. I told him, you need to take the dog for a walk, not just let it out the back door automatically without getting off the couch to open the door.
He's smart enough to know better. He's just not acting on it. All right, Tracy says when she arrived in Los Angeles at Logan's house after having heart surgery, Logan looked emaciated and completely defeated. She says she refuses to leave until he's back on his feet. Well, if I have my way about it, you need to book a flight.
No.
Because I intend for him to get off that couch and find a gear. We're going to meet him after the break and see what he has to say. We'll be right back.
I don't do laundry. I literally do nothing. I have no motivation to do things.
I bought him Velcro shoes because I know he doesn't tie his shoes. That's how much he can't find the energy or ambition to do anything.
And later, change something. You got to shake it up to break it up. Are you ready to signal it's a new day?
I just don't want him to be forced to do something that's totally against himself.
Unless I'm seeing another person, I don't care too much about my hygiene.
I don't know anything about Logan's hygiene because there's a complete lack of it.
Logan will wear the same clothes for days because he's not getting off the couch, so why bother?
I shower once a month.
Logan doesn't brush or wash his hair. It's greasy and clumpy and straggly.
I brush my teeth once a week, maybe. I don't like to admit that.
Everything Logan wears is wrinkly and covered in dog and cat hair.
Logan thinks societal grooming habits do not apply to him.
I'm not looking really grungy or anything like that, so I don't see an issue with it.
Well, Logan admits he's lazy. Well, yeah. He says he sleeps in his clothes to be ready for the next day because he's got to get right to that laying on the couch.
I just am unable to make a decision. I have no motivation to do things. I overthink things. My head just starts spinning, and then I end up doing nothing. I call it lazy, but it's more procrastination. Pretty much all day I'm watching just silly shows. I sleep on the couch all the time now because it just makes it a lot easier. I don't have to go upstairs. On average, I sleep probably 4 to 5 hours. I just wake up feeling panicky and stressed, so what's the point in sleeping? So I have to really push myself to go in, sit down, turn on the computer. I just start staring at it, and my body just doesn't want me to do it, so I stop.
He doesn't know how to clean himself. He doesn't know how to clean his kitchen. He doesn't know how to cook.
I have long hair because I don't want to go seek out a new person to get it cut. I don't do laundry very often because I don't wear very many clothes. My house is pretty clean because I literally do nothing. I don't get dirty, so how can the house get dirty?
He doesn't care what he looks like. I did at least 5 huge garbage bags full of laundry covered in dog and cat hair. I bought him Velcro shoes because I know he doesn't tie his shoes. That's how much he can't find the energy or ambition to do anything.
I just let him hang down if I have shoelaces. I've had a great life so far. I graduated with the degree. I got an amazing job fresh out of college. I ended up buying a $500,000 house. Worst case scenario, I'd be forced to sell my house. The absolute worst case scenario is I'd just take a tent and live out of the wild. It doesn't sound that bad to me, actually.
Well, Logan, so you're 30.
Exactly.
And you're a smart guy.
I think so.
So you know that life expectancy for males in the United States is 83.6, right? You got a half a century ahead of you. That's a long time on the couch.
I know. I don't want to be sitting on the couch that long.
I mean, I hope that's a really good couch.
It's a pretty nice couch.
It is a nice couch.
Because that's, man, you say that you don't sleep because you wake up panicked about a to-do list. What is on your to-do list? Turnover?
Well, I have a lot of things I want to do. I have my own company I'm trying to get off the ground. I have a bunch of cars that need tune-up. There's a lot of odds and ends around my house I need to get fixed. I can do it all myself.
You have an app that has to do with distribution, inventory control, and delivery
Correct, yeah.
of weed. But I don't care what it is. It's a widget. I mean, to control anything.
Yep.
And it's not complete.
Right.
But how complete is it?
It's about 90% done. There's only like a little 10% piece left before I can reach out to my beta tester, who I even have lined up to do that.
Yeah, 90% of the work is done. And that you take 9 steps, and that last step you haven't taken. Why? What are you afraid of?
I'm not really afraid of anything. I've even pushed myself. I go into my office. I have an office dedicated for working only. There's no play or anything. I have 2 big monitors and my laptop screen. The most I can do is force myself. I sit down, I open up all the programs and the simulators, and then I stare at it, and something in my mind and body is telling me you really don't want to do this. And I cannot force myself to type on the keyboard or anything, and I end up getting back up and leaving the office.
You said there's no purpose in sleeping in the bed. it's just dumb to take those extra steps, right? You got to go all the way upstairs. Then you're just going to lay down, which is what you're already doing downstairs. So why waste those steps?
Correct.
Because you got to save that energy, right?
Yeah.
For what?
To try to get my motivation up. All my energy goes to try to get motivated.
And that's what you want, is to be able to find the gear.
Exactly. I want to get back in gear. I used to be able to do it. I got the app 90% done, and now I'm just...
Yeah, because you got a lot under the hood, right? You got a lot of intellect. You just can't get out of neutral.
Yeah, I'm stuck in neutral.
Get in gear.
Exactly.
Big engine, no transmission. Well, Eden says their mother treats Logan like he's incapable of doing anything and speaks to him in a condescending tone. Well, he is capable. We just went over that. He's got plenty of intellect. He just doesn't seem to be able to engage. This doesn't seem like a hard task to me, but we'll talk about it next. We'll be right back. If you said to your best friend, how long you had that shirt on? And your friend said, oh, yeah, a month.
Then I'd say something's up, for sure.
When I got to Logan's house, the laundry basket that I had set up a year ago was completely overflowing, and his bathroom was in disarray, so I started to clean. He doesn't like leftovers, yet he doesn't want to throw them away. Loads and loads and loads of laundry. I asked him the last time that when he did laundry, and he told me it was in March. Logan wouldn't help me clean it all, but I didn't ask him to, so probably my fault. I clean Logan's house for me. I'm not going to stay anywhere that's dirty. I don't feel like I'm being the enabling mother because I only come once a year. I can't imagine once a year is really considered enabling. Logan's house looks pretty clean now. I think the cleaning crew is going to be very happy when they show up.
You have any friends?
A couple, yeah.
Yeah. Good friends?
Yeah, they're pretty close friends, although I rarely ever see them.
Do you believe in the old saying that you got to be your own best friend? If you went to your best friend's house, and when you walked into your best friend's house, and you knew that this car was your best friend's pride and joy, just love this car, 72 Camaro, right?
Correct.
What do you got in it? What's the engine?
A 383 stroker.
Yeah, okay. So it'll
5
move.
speed. Oh, it'll move, yeah.
It has a transmission.
Yeah, that has.
And an engine.
Exactly.
Okay. And you really love this car, right?
Yeah, that's my baby.
And you went to your best friend's house knowing that, and you saw this state of affairs out in the garage, and you looked at this and saw this state of affairs. Would you be concerned for your friend?
Probably, yeah.
Would you go in and say, what the hell's going on, buddy? What's the matter with you?
Yeah, but I wouldn't push too hard, and no one really...
Oh, no, of course not. But this is your best friend. And if you said to your best friend, by the way, how long you had that shirt on? And your friend said, oh, yeah, a month.
Then I'd say something's up, for sure.
How long since you had a haircut or a shower or whatever? Would you be concerned about your friend?
It depends on the state of what they looked like. If they look
Well, they look like you.
This is how I'd look when I see somebody.
Yeah.
I don't think I'd be concerned.
You don't think you'd be
Too much.
concerned?
I mean, if they told me they don't shower as often as I have admitted to you guys, then I would be. But I don't really admit that to too many people.
Yeah. If they had, since they saw you last, they'd lost 50 pounds,
Then that's
would you be concerned?
Yeah.
So are you being your own best friend?
Not currently. Something is blocking my motivation to actually want to do them. Like I say I want to do it, and then I say I don't want to do it even harder.
Yeah. Do you know what I think it is?
Nope. What do you think it is?
You're going to be shocked off the couch, is what I say. Right after the break.
Please.
I lack motivation. What's the point?
How do you change the program? That's what I want to know.
Maybe you want to spend another 53 years and 6 months on the couch.
Currently, Currently, I'm prescribed Ritalin, Lexapro, and vitamin D pill.
Logan was taking Ritalin and a shot of Red Bull and showed me that he had double caffeine shots, everything he could do to get him more motivated.
Recently, I found I was getting stressed over all my tests. My doctor gave me the Klonopin, but now that's not even working.
Logan would do anything anyone tells him to fix him. So if a doctor prescribes a medicine, he's willing to take it. The medications are a Band-Aid.
Well, just before the break, I asked Logan if he had any idea why, and he said, I don't know. With all of his intellect, it's a puzzle to him. And here's my answer. I don't care.
All right.
I don't care. I absolutely don't care what it is. It doesn't make any difference. It really doesn't.
Mm-hmm.
Because you know what? If I drove up in front of a house and the house was on fire, do you think I would stand there debating why it was on fire? Or do you think I would get busy putting the fire out?
Putting the fire out.
Your life is on fire.
Yeah.
I don't care why. We can talk about why later. When you're moving, when you're up, when you're doing what you need to do, then we can talk about why.
Yeah.
What I'm interested in is what you need to do to change it. We have sons. We have sons about your age. Mm-hmm. And if I had one of them that was doing what the one on the left is your age. If he was doing this, I really wouldn't care why. I would care how I needed to change it, what I needed to do to help him, help himself change it. You can do things to change where you're headed. When I listen to what you say to yourself, which you apparently don't do, I don't ask myself why he's stacked up on the couch. I ask him why not. I wrote down some of the phrases. I'm super lazy. Chronic procrastination. I lack motivation. What's the point? I'm really unable to do anything. If you believe this, then why in God's name would you attempt to do anything?
Well, I believe I'm able to do anything.
No, you tell yourself, I'm really unable. That's what you say to yourself. We speak at 120 words a minute. We think at 1,250 words a minute. You think that a lot. Motivation is at 0. My mind and body don't connect. Choosing what to eat is stressful. I can't make a decision. It's horrible to wake up, get out of bed, no purpose, just a dumb step. This is what you're saying to yourself all day at 10 times faster than you can speak.
Correct, yeah.
You know about programming.
Yeah.
This is your programming. And what are you doing?
Exactly that.
You're doing exactly what you're programming yourself to do. What's the puzzle here?
How do you change the program? That's what I want to know. So how does he change his program?
Rewrite the code somehow.
Input.
Well, first you have to acknowledge the point I'm making. This is your internal dialogue. Someone you trust, someone you believe, is telling you you can't do it anymore.
Yep, that's the big one.
That's the big one. That's what he says.
Maybe you want to spend another 53 years and 6 months on the couch.
I don't. That's why I'm here.
Well, then that's the point. You just answered your own question. You don't want to spend 53 years and 6 months on that couch. That's the point. I'm going to tell Logan how to rewrite the program when we come back.
I don't know if this is possible, but what I'd love to do is seize this moment and bring someone out to start cutting your hair.
Well, anything's possible.
This past year, I've been creating an app called Cattails. It's actually a platform for cannabis dispensaries.
He completely coded the entire thing himself. He designed all of the illustrations.
He said it's going to make him a lot of money. He spent day and night working on it.
The iOS application is in the App Store.
It is ready to be marketed. People started contacting him.
I'm like 90% done.
Now all of a sudden he's just dropped it.
It is so frustrating to see Logan sitting on his completed app that is highly desired.
I just can't force myself to get it done.
Now, I've added someone to the conversation who I think can really help Logan. Please welcome Coach Mike Baer. Now, Coach Mike Baer is a life coach. Now, he's also the author of Best Self, Be You Only Better, and the soon-to-be-released One Decision. He's a New York Times best-selling author, and I consider him the best at helping people maximize their true potential. Now, why do I have him here now? Because you are who he exists for.
All right.
You know, when you say what's the point, what you're saying is what's the purpose? And right now you have no purpose.
Right.
And sometimes you have to create a purpose and go, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to do this new purpose called living a bigger life. And the question is if you're willing to do that.
Yeah, I'm willing to do it.
Are you willing to go to any lengths?
Yeah.
Any lengths?
I mean, I'm on the Dr. Phil show to do it, so.
I'm a strong believer that you got to shake it up to break it up. Change something. Change something. You got to shake it up to break it up to signal, get new stimuli, signal it's a new day. Are you ready to signal it's a new day?
Yeah, I am.
I don't know if this is possible, but what I'd love to do is seize this moment and bring someone out or see if someone's available to start cutting your hair while we're continuing this conversation.
Oh, no.
If you think that'll help, then sure.
I think you definitely need to start acting in the moment to start changing. I don't know if this is possible, but...
Well, anything's possible. He said earlier, I don't get a haircut because I don't want to find a new barber to cut my hair.
And I think it looks all right, long, so.
Well, if you want to keep it, keep it.
I mean, if you think I should shake it up by cutting it?
You got to shake it up. I mean, it's time.
All right.
So...
Well, let's ask the audience. What do you think? You think he should cut his hair?
Yeah. Why do you look terrified?
I don't know. I just don't want him to be forced to do something that's totally against himself. If he wants to, I'm happy. I want him to shake it up.
The only problem I'm seeing is I'm doing it because you're telling me that that's the right thing to do.
Right.
The reality is, you're not doing anything with your hair anyway right now. You're not putting it in pretty ponytails or knots or making style out of it. It's just hanging on your head. You don't wash it. You haven't taken care of it. So to me, it's kind of shedding away just part of you that's not working. Mm-hmm. So that's my kind of thinking behind it. And you're going to have to do a lot of things that you don't want to do in order to work with me. Okay. Because like Dr. Phil said, to work with me, I'm going to take you through a series of actions to reinvent your life.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm at a loss, so if you're the professional, you know what you're doing, I'm willing to do whatever you think is right.
The thing I worry about is Logan does everything for everybody else, and he'll cut his hair for somebody else right now.
But he's not. No, hold on, let me stop. He's not. He's not showering every day for you. He's not cleaning this place before you arrive.
He needs to learn to do it for himself and not others. He'll do anything for others.
Oh, man, is this showing me a whole lot of insight right here.
Yes, yes.
Right here. I bring the best life coach in the country that says, let's rebrand this guy. Let's give him a new look, a new feel. And his mom says, no, 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 no.
No.
Well, you know what? You win. We'll be right back. You get him back just like you had him. Nope. I just brought Coach Mike Baer out here, who is the best life coach in the country. I was just looking at his book over in my office, and Jennifer Lopez is writing on the back, Mike, thank you for lighting it up for me, man. And I bring it in, he says, you know what? Let's get you a new look. Let's get you a new feel. And Mom jumps in and says, no, 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 no. It could take a month for that hair to grow back. No, we can't do that. So that answers a lot of questions, doesn't it?
I think she's just worried that I'm doing it for you and not for myself. But I'm hoping that the end goal after we're done doing all these steps is I will be able to do things for myself.
He said, I'll do anything to be happy. And Mom wants to protect him. There's your happy boy.
I don't want to protect his happiness.
There you go.
I want him to do it because he wants to.
If a haircut is the most challenging obstacle to get over, we're going to have a tough time working together.
I'm happy to have a cut. If,
You're happy to have a cut.
yeah, if that's the first step to shaking it up, I say we can do it. Let's do it. You got a scissors?
Yeah, let's bring somebody out and do it.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow.
This is how they feel. I know. I
All right,
really
Greg,
happy.
nothing to
I
do on
feel
that.
What's the worst thing that from my show? We have a
She
haircut.
cuts my hair. Yeah, he wants a Dr. Phil.
Yeah, give me the doctor.
No, we won't go that far. This can just happen in the background.
I've made a list. I've written down some of the things, like brushing your teeth once a week. We'd get into a routine of brushing your teeth twice a day. You haven't been to a dentist since 2008.
Sounds about right.
Respectfully, I mean, it's like having candy corn as teeth. We got to get you in there and check that out because you're going to be miserable down the road, right? You shower once every 1 to 2 weeks, so it's showering daily.
So I got a question about that.
Yeah.
If I'm not getting sick, my skin's still looking good, why do I need to shower more often?
Can I answer that?
Please.
Well, how about some preventive maintenance? How about taking care of your skin so it doesn't go to hell in a handbasket and later you have all kinds of problems? You have to do maintenance. Take it from an old guy. You got to take care of yourself along the way or you'll pay for it later.
Okay, because I haven't seen any signs of paying for it later yet. So...
That's because you're 30.
Right, that's true.
Trust me. And you don't smell to you. But I'm looking at your dog, and your dog has a funny look on its face. I don't know.
He's a little dopey.
And I had a question about that. What is your determining factor after a week or two to go, why not go a year without showering?
Well, someone will come over to my house, or I'll be seeing somebody at some
Yeah, well, that's going to be happening a lot more, right?
Yeah, we're going to be doing that every day.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So then I'll probably be showering more often then.
You'll shower more. You'll shower every day, and you're also 90% done with the app. So it's focused on getting your goals done, getting you set up so you can get back into the workforce.
That's number one on my list. I really do want that app done. I'm trying to kick myself in my butt, but my foot's not reaching.
All right, let's talk about that, Mike. What's your plan for that?
The plan is we have a structured time you wake up. So you'd be getting up at 7 a.m. You would be working on the app. You would have dedicated time, focus, and we would just do it. I mean, we'd have a deadline. Let's say we want to get it done in 2 weeks, and we would just say, here's the deadline. It's as if we're turning on an exam or something important. So we would just get it done.
You're going to have a coach involved in this?
Yeah, we'll have a coach from CAST Centers working with them daily to help you achieve your goals, to help you get to the point where you have a deadline, a goal, and a plan to get there. And then I also think he needs structure in terms of his own mental health. And so what I'm willing to offer him is a program where he'd be getting 10 hours, 9 hours of that would be group therapy, 1 hour of individual therapy, and getting a plan in place to really work through all this. So as you're going through the motions, you're able to figure out, like, why am I not waking up and feeling like I want to, get on top of this life? So you'd be talking about that with a therapist. It will get you back really quick. You are not someone that is going to take long to get back on your feet.
So should Tracy stay with Logan until he's back on his feet, or does she need to let him get there with the help that we're talking about? I'll give you my thoughts on that when we come back, and the hair keeps falling. Well, I'm back with Sister Eden, Mom Tracy. Logan is here. We've been focusing on him. Coach Mike Bear is here. Mimi is here. She's giving a haircut. There's your before and after. All right, side by side. So what do you think?
Looks good.
What I'm saying to you is there are lots of elements to what has put you on this couch and really on the sidelines of life. A big part of this is why. No question about that. When I say I don't care about why right now, it's because I'm focused on what and how. What you need to do and how you need to do it to get your life moving. Then you can participate in figuring out the why.
Okay.
So what we're talking about doing is Mike's talking about getting you involved in a group process, which is important because of the socialization, and that is going to involve 9 hours a week. That is a commitment. I want you to have to climb a hill to make that commitment. He's also talking about a life coach one-on-one with you to help you set specific goals with identifiable steps, getting you to a quantifiable, measurable goal. We also want to have a medication check done, which is probably going to involve some lab work. I'm going to arrange that for you with Doctor on Demand, which you can do telemedicine-wise with a board-certified and licensed physician. With Doctor on Demand, they can order lab work, which you can get done, and they can then read the labs, determine where you are blood level-wise, to determine where you are from a complete health standpoint, determine do you need those medications? If not, what do you need, if anything at all? And then through all of this, we'll get to the why, the what, and the how, and you behave your way to success.
I would love for you to walk off this stage today with shoes with shoelaces. I know I'm asking for a lot, but I really think the Velcro shoes need to disappear because you're fully capable at 30 years old of walking, tying your shoes, putting the effort together, making sure that you're taking care of them. So I'm throwing this at you. Are there shoes anywhere?
I don't know.
I mean, because if there are, I really would like to see that. You have shoes? Oh, amazing.
Oh my God, we even have shoes.
Wow. So I want you to take off those. Because literally it's walking through life, being that better version of yourself, and not just waiting until next week or the following month or going, why am I doing this? You're just doing it.
And Mom, my suggestion is you seriously can pack up and go home and let the professionals take over from here.
That's great. That's great.
And I know you're willing to do that, right?
I am. I'm thrilled and thankful. And oh my gosh, this is a dream come true. That's my kid.
Yeah. Now, if you at home want your own Doctor on Demand, go to Google Play Store or the Apple App Store and download the Doctor on Demand app. And Doctor on Demand is waiving copays during COVID-19. If you are a Medicare Part B beneficiary, your visit will cost $0. So how do you feel about our plan?
Sounds good to me.
All right, that's what I like to hear. I want to thank all of my guests today, including Coach Mike Baer. Mike, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Check out his book, Best Self, Be You Only Better. And he's got another one coming out soon. We'll keep you posted on that. For more information about today's show, log on to drphil.com. You can follow me on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, wherever. We'll be talking about this, and I'm going to show up and discuss this with you on those platforms. Don't forget Robin's podcast, I've Got a Secret. She talks about all kinds of things with all kinds of people. You have a lot of fun on there, don't you?
I sure do. We have a lot of fun.
All right, we'll see you next time. Thanks.
Bounce, bounce, all the girlies bounce. Take 'em to my house, turn the party out. Bounce, 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 all the girlies bounce. Take 'em to my house, turn the party out. You won me 1,000 times, memories can kill ya, but it didn't hear ya. I thought that I could fly, but woke up on the asphalt. I swear there was the last time. I've always been naive, call it. it. Every day and night, that's right. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Ooh, you know we gon' get it. Every day and night.
He's